What if I told you the biggest health trend of the last 10 years was secretly a ticking time bomb for your heart? For years, we've been told intermittent fasting is a complete miracle. They sold it to us as the easiest way to lose weight, get smarter, and even live forever. Every celebrity is doing it, and your doctor probably even said, yeah, go for it. But what if the biggest secret about fasting isn't how good it is, but how unbelievably dangerous it can be? A shocking new study just dropped that sent a literal earthquake through the medical world. It looked at over 20,000 adults and found something insane. People who only eat in an 8-hour window, yeah, that super popular 16-8 diet, had a 91% higher risk of dying from heart disease. Let that sink in. A 91% higher risk of death from the exact diet that's supposed to be so good for you. This is not a small side effect. This changes everything we thought we knew. So, is intermittent fasting a revolutionary health hack or a hidden threat to our hearts? The truth is way more complicated than one scary headline. And today we're going to expose the hidden dangers your doctor is probably missing, and more importantly, I'm going to reveal the secrets to unlocking the real, life-changing benefits of fasting, without any of the risks. Alright, before you panic, delete your fasting app and order 10 pizzas. Let's break down what this study actually found, and what it didn't. This research, from a massive 2024 heart conference, watched 20,000 people for years. It found a crazy link. People doing 8-hour fasting were way more likely to die from heart problems than people who ate their food over 12 or 16 hours. And it gets crazier. For people who already had heart disease or cancer, eating in an 8 to 10 hour window was linked to a 66% higher risk of death from heart disease or a stroke. This is a gigantic red flag. For years we only saw small studies showing fasting was good for your blood pressure and stuff. This was the first huge study to look at the long-term risk of death, and the results were so wild they even shocked the scientists. But, and this is the biggest but you'll ever hear, we have to look at the problems with this study. First, it's so new it hasn't even been officially published in a science journal yet. Second, and this is the most important part, it shows a connection, not that one caused the other. It doesn't prove that the 8-hour window killed people. There could be other reasons. For example, the scientists even said the 8-hour fasting group had less muscle, which is already bad for your heart. Maybe that group also smoked more, was more stressed out, or ate literal garbage during their eating window. The study didn't track the quality of the food, which is a massive, massive missing piece. So, no, we shouldn't panic, but we absolutely should pay attention. This study is a critical warning that just assuming shorter eating windows are better is a bad, and maybe even dangerous idea. It makes us ask a much better question. What other risks have we been completely ignoring? That heart risk is terrifying, but it might just be the tip of the iceberg. There are other dangers of intermittent fasting that nobody talks about that can have serious consequences if you aren't careful. One of the biggest is what it can do to your brain and how you see food. If you've ever struggled with disordered eating, intermittent fasting is a terrible idea. Experts scream that any restrictive diet can trigger an eating disorder, and fasting is basically playing with fire. It can make you obsessed with food and lead to this horrible cycle of starving yourself, then binge eating the second your alarm goes off. This builds up so much guilt around eating and completely destroys your body's normal hunger signals. One Canadian study of 2,700 young people found intermittent fasting was linked to terrifying behaviors like compulsive exercise, vomiting, and binge eating, especially in women. Then, there are the physical side effects everyone just says are part of the process. Headaches, brain fog, being tired and angry all the time. If those don't go away, they're not signs it's working. They're signs your body is under an insane amount of stress. Dehydration is another huge one. You get a ton of water from food, so if you're not eating, you have to be chugging water like crazy. And here's another crazy physical risk you never hear about: gallstones. Seriously, fasting for long periods, especially over 16 hours, can actually give you painful gallstones. When you fast, your gallbladder just sits there and doesn't release bile. That bile can get super concentrated with cholesterol, which then hardens into little rocks that might mean you need surgery. Finally, fasting can send your blood sugar on a wild roller coaster, which is incredibly dangerous for anyone with diabetes or low blood pressure. These drops can lead to something called hypoglycemia, which could cause heart palpitations or even a heart attack in some people. The bottom line is this: intermittent fasting is a powerful tool, and just like any powerful tool, it can cause unbelievable harm if you use it the wrong way. After hearing all that, you might be ready to quit intermittent fasting forever. But that would be a huge mistake. The problem isn't fasting itself, it's the insane, rigid way we've been told to do it. The secret to getting the mind-blowing benefits isn't about punishing schedules. It's about understanding why it works and using it like a genius. The real magic of fasting isn't just about weight loss. One of its most insane benefits is something called metabolic flexibility. This is your body's superpower to switch between burning carbs or fat for energy. In our world of constant snacking, most of us are stuck burning carbs all day long. Fasting literally trains your body to be a hybrid engine and start burning your fat stores for fuel. This flexibility is proven to lower your risk of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Another incredible benefit is a process called autophagy. Think of it like your body's ultimate cleaning crew. When you fast, your cells literally start eating and recycling old, broken, and garbage parts. This massive cellular cleanup is essential for protecting your organs, and studies have linked it to a healthier brain and maybe even a longer life. And here's a secret almost everyone misses. You don't have to suffer to get these benefits. It's not all or nothing. The goal is just to give your digestive system a break and flip that metabolic switch, not to feel miserable for hours. Tons of short-term studies have shown that when you do it right, fasting can improve everything from blood sugar to cholesterol. Some people even feel sharper and more focused. The benefits are real, but they are not guaranteed. They're unlocked with a smarter, safer, and more personal strategy. So, how do you get all the benefits while dodging every danger? This is where we get to the real secrets that those online gurus don't want you to know. It's not about finding the perfect 8-hour window, it's about building a healthy lifestyle that you can actually stick with. Secret number 1. Quality over timing. This is the single biggest mistake people make. They think their eating window is a free pass to eat literal junk food. That destroys all the benefits. You cannot outfast a bad diet. Focusing on high-quality, nutrient-packed foods is the #1 rule. You gotta prioritize lean protein, high-fiber veggies, and healthy fats. These foods keep you full, keep your blood sugar from going crazy, and give your body the fuel it needs to repair itself. Eating junk food will just lead to inflammation and energy crashes, defeating the entire purpose. Secret number 2, prepare before you fast. Do not just jump into a 16-hour fast after eating processed garbage for years. That is a complete recipe for disaster. You'll be hit with insane cravings, headaches, and you'll probably quit in a day. The secret is to clean up your diet first. Spend a week or two eating only whole foods before you even think about shortening your eating window. This makes the change feel natural instead of like a prison sentence. Secret number 3, listen to your body, not the clock. Your body isn't a robot. Some days you're more active or stressed and you need more fuel. Do not be a slave to the clock. If you feel tired, dizzy, or angry all the time, that's your body screaming at you to change something. Those are not badges of honor, they are warning signs. Maybe you need a shorter fast that day, or maybe you need to take a break completely. You win by making fasting fit your life, not by forcing your life to fit a diet. Secret number 4, consider your lifestyle. Family dinners and hanging out with your friends are important. If your fasting schedule is constantly making you miss out on things that are important for your social life, it is not a good plan. The stress and isolation can completely cancel out the benefits. Find a schedule that works with your life, not against it. Secret number 5, know when to say no. And this might be the most important secret of all. Intermittent fasting is not for everyone. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, if you are a kid or a teenager, or if you have a history of eating disorders, you should not do it. Period. People with diabetes, low blood pressure, or kidney disease have to talk to a doctor before even thinking about it, because it can be legitimately dangerous. Being honest with yourself about your health is everything. Trying to figure out what's healthy and what's not is so confusing. As we just saw, something that looks like a miracle one day can look like a massive risk the next. That's why staying informed is so important. If this video gave you a new way to think about intermittent fasting, make sure to slam that subscribe button and ring the bell. We are always digging into the latest science to help you see what's real and what's fake. And now I want to hear from you. What's your experience been with intermittent fasting? Did any of this completely shock you? Drop your story in the comments below. So, is intermittent fasting the secret to living forever, or a shortcut to heart disease? The answer is, it completely depends on how you do it. That shocking 91% number isn't a death sentence for fasting, it's a massive wake-up call. It's a call to move past the simple one-size-fits-all rules, and to realize that there are real risks here, from your heart to your mental health. The real secrets to winning at fasting aren't about how long you can starve yourself or sticking to a crazy clock. They're about prioritizing the quality of your food, listening to your body, and understanding that fasting is a flexible tool, not a strict rule book. When you use it with knowledge and listen to your body, it can be an unbelievably powerful way to boost your health. But when you follow it blindly, it could lead you down a very dangerous path. The power is in your hands to make the choice that's truly right for you.